We say what they can't radio.
I'm going to test this out. Keep in mind, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
You are now listening to the Get You Some podcast with Phia D, Neivey, and Lisa K.
You better get you some.
Hello. Hey, girl.
Hey, welcome. Hello. Hey.
Guys, welcome to the first episode of the Get You Some podcast
With
Lisa K.
Phia D.
And Neivey.
And of course, Neivey. So if you're listening, you don't know my voice. So this is the voice of Lisa K. And I am a mom first, I would say, a new wife, an author, and of course, the founder of A Little Audacity, the lifestyle brand that's taking the world by storm. Can I talk it into existence?
You can, and you should.
Speak it.
Oh my gosh! Before I introduce my I don't even want to say panel.
Your co-host.
My co-host, my superstar co-host. I just want to give you guys a little background on what A Little Audacity is and how it came about, and then we can just dive into meeting these phenomenal women. So, A Little Audacity. Ooh, where do I begin? I guess A Little Audacity started as a book club. Were you guys a part of the book club?
Originally, no. I came in a little bit after.
Okay, that was Neivey. Yeah. But okay, so in year 20, what? I can't even call it, 2010?
The book is 2010. Yeah, 2010,
Lord.
2011.
So I'm going to push it back to like 2007. You can't even say 2007. Me and a bunch of my girlfriends, we were just saying, you know what, let's just have a book club. You know when that was the cute thing to do? And it just slowly graduated into this, like love and relationship discussion called Let's Chop It Up. We can get into that a little bit later. And then, of course, it had the audacity to turn into a lifestyle brand. I'm going to say it's like a safe space where women can come to share their experiences in life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and as a way of creating community with each other. And, it's grown a little further. Now it's a platform where women can come to get empowered, lift one another up, and get the resources that they need to create a life and a business that they love. Our slogan is faith, and a little audacity is all you need to start designing the life that you want to live right now. And without further ado, can I introduce my girls? Why don't you introduce yourself, Phia D?
So I am Miss Phia D, and if you know A Little Audacity, you've known me for some years behind the scenes at most of our major events. I'm the one that's like running around like a headless chicken sometimes with the cameras, catching all the crazy shots, making sure everything's perfect, because that's what I do. I do events
and you
also.
do it well.
And that's what I love to do. I'm passionate about it. However, I'm super excited to use this platform so that I can share with you all my musings on life, love, and my adventures, and most of the time misadventures in adulting. So I'm so excited to share all of this with you guys. I'm so excited to be here at our first episode. Welcome, welcome, everyone. And Miss Neivey.
Hi, everyone. Oh, my God. I'm so excited, ladies. So, yes, I'm Neivey, your favorite girl, Jamaican girl, I should say. Ready here for talk the things them? Yeah, we are going to do it. So, yes. Well, I should say that what I'm bringing forth to the show is just someone that is fun, exciting, and just someone who's, ready to share adventures with traveling, sex topics, yes, and hot stuff. But definitely, I just like to just know that I'm the realist. I'm the person that just likes to speak my mind and just share ideas with everyone. I like to empower people, and I feel like I'm a motivational person. I like to motivate people around me, and could motivate you too. So welcome and thank you for our show. I'm super excited to be here. So my ladies, are you ready?
We are ready. We're doing
ready.
this.
We're so ready. Oh my gosh. So the show is going to be broken up into segments. So for the next segment, it's a little segment we like to call Moments with a Little Audacity. And as a description, I want you to listen to this clip.
We wake up and it's mad dark and we're all depressed. Okay, so we dim our light for our parents in the name of respect. Then we dim our light for our friends in the name of loyalty. And then we dim our light for our relationship in the name of love. And then we dim our light for our boss in the name of keeping our job. And then one day we wake up and it's mad dark and we're all depressed and we're like, no one loves me. And it's like, that's not it. It's that when we make ourselves smaller to make other people feel bigger, we lose ourselves. So no more dimming for no one. And fuck all that turning down.
Girl. Okay.
Is that not the truth?
That is a super fact. Don't we do that? And I just want to give a shout out to the girl from that Instagram clip at Brittany Presley and at Twitter at Brit Presley _. She was just talking the truth.
The absolute truth. The absolute truth.
I just feel like we always dim our lights. And the one thing that I know that we all have in common is that we want to constantly improve our lives, right?
Yep.
But so many times we want to get to the best versions of ourselves, but so many people end up living the same life over and over and over again. So, right?
You lose yourself sometimes.
Exactly. So for this segment called Moments of with a Little Audacity, we're aiming to challenge each other, me, Phia, and Neivey.
Here, girl, we got your back. We got your back.
Right? Challenge each other to step out of our comfort zones and do something that scares us, that forces us to level up and go after the life that we want to live. So in every episode, we'll be sharing an experience with you guys in an effort to inspire our listeners to do the same.
Get out there, be audacious, be bold, do what you gotta do, make it work, make it happen.
Yes, make that dream come alive. You never know what you gotta challenge yourself. You are there for that. And if you don't embark on it, you'll never know what the next step is. The only thing that stands in between fear is you and that decision that you have to make. But I'm guaranteeing you that decision may be right tomorrow when you make it.
Awesome. So does anybody have a story of like a little audacity moment?
Yes, I actually do, ladies. So recently, again, challenging myself and getting out of my comfort zone, I recently decided to change career paths.
Ooh, that's exciting.
She just gonna come out the gate.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do it. This is it. I was comfortable with my current, about to be previous employer, and that's sometimes a challenge people face is moving on. Sometimes you don't want to do that because you're comfortable, and this is something that leaving the unsure and not knowing what's out there. But you know what? You just have to say, you know what? I don't want to curse, but F it. You just got to do it. And
right.
Take on that, and you never know what's out there. Could be better.
Exactly. So this new career, is exciting for you. And what about it? I guess it's the fear in it, right? That, it drives you, right? And how did you push past that?
I pushed past it because I had to, think about, everything around me. What did I create that's depending on the current? So when you depend on the current, it's like, if you make a change, what's going to happen? And that's where you have to say, you know what? You just have to prepare for it. You're an adult. This is adulting. So
right.
These are the things that you have to know that. Prepare for it to happen. And if you stay in a place where you're comfortable, then the world is, revolving around you, but you have to step in it.
Absolutely.
Having that a little audacity to make up your mind, get that fate of a mustard seed going, and say, you know what, if it happens, it happened. Just throw it up in the air. God got me. That's what I thought.
Don't you guys notice that, the older that you get, is the fear comes in heavily?
Because you know more. You're afraid of more.
When I was in my 20s, forget about it. I would quit a job, in a blink of an eye. You talk to me funny, I'm out.
That's
and
right.
I just knew that I was going to get another one. And now that I'm in my 30s and something,
exactly.
it's wait,
them bills,
hold on,
them babies,
insurance,
the benefits,
food, I want to keep my marriage. But, so shout out to you.
Yes, congratulations
that
on your
definitely
role.
took a little audacity.
That's a lot of audacity, actually.
I mean, I have something,
tell us.
I don't know if it's, you see, I have this thing where I minimize, the things that I do. Because,
we all do.
I made a little change, my little change. But this week was kind of hectic for me. So as you guys know, I'm the wife, the mother of this crew. So I guess I want to say my life is not as exciting as these two over here. It's exciting, but in different ways, right? So sometimes it could become a little overwhelming because, you got the homework, you got the the husband that wants dinner, you know, and the clothes need to be washed. And this week, like, I was like, you know what? I feel burnt out a lot lately. And my little, you know, quest to be audacious in my life and go for the life that I want is that I started to, like, literally ask for help. Like, babe, can you help me with the laundry? Because, yeah.
And that's a big one. That's a big one.
Oh, my God. Isn't it?
Yes.
Like, what? I actually asked the question, what are we having for dinner, babe? Like, that was my little audacious moment. And I think that even though it's little in the grand scheme of things, but when I tell you, like, it created such it lifted a weight off my shoulders to know that somebody else, you know, can step in. And I created that myself, yes, clearly. You know, I have. But asking for help in the household was my little piece of change.
And you don't feel weak, right?
No,
you feel supported by your amazing husband.
I do.
See?
I do. I'm going to take a little drink.
That's adulting.
Take that one, Lisa.
That's wifing.
Yes. Shout out to Phia D, who have us sipping the rosé in the background.
Always. My shishi foo-foo self.
It's called... Well, they ain't paying us. I ain't shouting you out. Not yet.
They ain't paying us.
Yes, Miss Phia.
So... this right here, you guys are all witnessing my audacious moment, my little audacity. Lisa and I have gone back and forth for years. Let's do a podcast. We should do a podcast. Let's do a podcast.
Yes.
And the answer was always no. I was like, nope.
No, it wasn't even just no. It was no with the big period.
Yep.
No as a full sentence.
No in all caps. Hell no. Sometimes I would put 2 no's. And then she sat me down this year, literally a few weeks ago, and she said, we should do a podcast. And I said, yeah, let's. And I'm here because I think that, like, I have a lot to say. People are always listening to me talk and run my big mouth. I've been running my mouth my entire life. And I mean, I have a lot I want to share. And I think this platform is an amazing place for me to do so. And this freaks me out. Like, this is the one thing I can say. I'm scared shitless. But we're going to get our things together, and we are going to be amazing together. We're going to adult together.
Yes.
And I'm super thankful for you ladies. I'm, like, so proud to be doing this with you guys, and I'm excited. So that's my audacious moment. And here we are.
Growing. Can we do a cheers for that, please?
Yes. We should definitely do a toast to that.
Toast to that one.
Is it they here?
Having a little audacious moment to step out there, and I'm proud of my ladies.
Behind the scenes. And I'm just so proud of Sophia because... no lie, I have been begging her to do this because Sophia, she is the person that I call. I think a lot of people do this with you, Sophia. Yeah. She is the person that you call when your mind feels like it's about to explode, and she has that calming. Homegirl came up in here with the
Palo Santo.
What is it?
Palo Santo.
I thought it was sage, but it's like a brown stick.
Palo Santo.
Palo Santo, clearing energies and auras. And I was like,
you lucky I didn't come here with my whole set of stones as well.
Like, put these over here.
Okay. So she's setting us up for the win. And I appreciate it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
But as we move on to our next segment, I want to talk about Let's Chop It Up. So in my intro, you guys heard that A Little Audacity has this yearly event called Let's Chop It Up, and it's a discussion. It used to be just relationship discussion series, but now it's just a full-blown discussion. We can talk politics, we can talk, you know, the latest insecure episodes, but the point is that we bring a topic on the table, we chop it up, we break it down, and hopefully in an aim to rebuild on a foundation of love and understanding. So this week's Let's Chop It Up topic is girls, boundaries with friends and families. Oh my God. Have you guys ever had like a friend or a family member who would just cross the line when it came to your boundaries, or just obviously was just oblivious to the fact that there are boundaries in relationships?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All the time.
Really?
Some people just get so, comfortable. And when I say comfortable, just like thinking that it's okay to do things because you've actually done it and it's okay. Like, she's not gonna bother, but you have to consider someone's feelings sometimes, direct or indirectly. Like, knowing that you can't do this all the time. Family or no family, friends or not friends. You have to know when to draw the line, you know, but not everyone does that. Not everyone.
They're not. I mean, I witnessed it with, I grew up in a family where we all grew up together in the same building.
The West Indian life.
Yes.
Right?
So West Indian life. I mean, I grew up with all my cousins. Yes. All of them. Yeah. Everybody was in there.
And most of them are not your cousins.
No, most of them were my cousins. But I did have a few
cousins so-and-so. And you're like, whose mother? Who's your mom?
Right. But like we lived in a 6-family building and nobody locks their doors, you know, and it's still, I mean, the building is still there. Nobody locks their doors. You can go in grandma's house, go downstairs, go in auntie's house. And I feel like sometimes when you have a family like that, it could be a little too much. Not just too much, but too much.
Yeah.
As you get older.
Of course it is.
You know? So it's like, you know, you're growing up and you're like, oh my God, I gotta live with all my family. They know all my business. And then you leave and you're like, oh, not everybody had that, and I should be grateful. But then when you come back to it, it's like, yo, before, you know, me and such had an argument, auntie in Guyana knows already. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So how do we draw, like, the what do you call it? The line in the sand. I love that saying.
Yeah.
How do you draw the line in the sand?
Well, for me, my boundaries aren't so much where it's, you know, because I understand definitely what you're going through, but it's for me, I'm the baby of my family, of my immediate family. So it's always like always being treated as like the baby, like the responsibility, like, can she do it because she's baby? Like, you know, and it's like, all right, I'm an adult now, you know, I've been doing this for a while, I think for the past 18 years, you know, I can do this, I got it. So I can make decisions, I can do this, I'm responsible, I think I prove myself that way. So it's always like, no, I'll do it. And it's like, no, I could do it too, I got it. So that boundary for me is just always reminding them, like, listen, I got this, I got it, you know. So that's how I try to do it, just speak with them and like always put them in their place immediately. Like, I got it, I'm not an adult, I'm not a child.
Your hands in the sand would be like speaking up,
yeah, definitely.
And what's the pushback like?
Right.
Do you get any pushback?
It ain't a pushback, it's just a constant of it. So it's like you just always got to keep drawing that line until it goes to be a done guy. But at the same time, you know.
So I'm going to dig a little bit deeper because, and I do want to shout out Tracy for like, cause Tracy kind of put this bullet in our ear, this bug in our ear about the whole boundary, boundary topic. Thank you, Tracy. And I just, honestly, for me, I'm the older of the cousins. I'm the older sibling. And so I'm always like, I'm used to like getting things together. And so I will go nonstop 24/7. So like sometimes the boundaries that I struggle with are like setting boundaries for my own personal self-care.
Okay.
And so like literally I've had to like, over the years, I've had to learn different tools and tricks just to kind of get that together. So like something very simple as, when you live with somebody, you walk in the house. I have a thing, like when I lived with my parents still, I had a thing when I got home from work. First thing I did was go in the bathroom. Right. I didn't always have to use the bathroom. I just needed 5 minutes where no one was going to come and like knock on the door. I could sit and breathe and then I can address everyone. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I don't have to come at you with like the train energy, with the energy of like all the, whatever my commute looked like and stuff like that. And it's also the same thing like with your boo, like romantically, like how do you like, you want this person in your space, but then it's like, you need a minute just for yourself to like gather yourself. And there's not always like that bathroom. Like when you live with somebody, like you share a space with them. That's the huge challenge. And sometimes I had to learn to speak up because I was in that position and it was like, do I tell him he has to leave our room? No. It's more so.
You could.
Well,
you could.
One of the things that I learned to do was spend time by myself. I like learned to take like long walks. That's my thing now. It works for me. And literally spending the time by myself. Like I'll put my headphones on and just go for a really good walk. And that gives me the peace of mind that I need, being in the fresh air and just like getting your body flowing. Sometimes it's super helpful because then like you have like that energy, like whatever it was that was going on, you've managed to clear it up a little bit. And then like you also like, you kept your blood flowing and you still got in the fresh air, and I was like, okay, I can be a person again, and it works.
Yeah.
Right.
everybody needs to debrief sometimes.
Yeah.
Create that line to say, you know what, before I bring that energy from outside, like you said, it's just taking that breather moment and say, woosah, center it and say, okay, I'm not going to bring work in here, train, anything, just take it off. And once you step through the door, it's you and that person, you're zoning in, and everything else doesn't matter. You have to do it. To keep your insanity, you got to do it.
No, absolutely. I totally agree with you guys. Sometimes I feel, and trust me, this podcast is not going to be like a personal diary of my relationship. Definitely not.
Mine either, because I don't have one.
Okay. But I will say it's not based on my marriage, but just in general of living with the boo. You know, it's it can be difficult, especially as women, to have that time. Like, I used to love to paint my own nails, and I was really good at it, you know. But I find myself not having time to do that, like, at all.
Because you want to entertain somebody, you want to like talk to him, you want to check in, you want to like,
and vice versa, you know. So that personal space, that quiet moment of just me by myself is everything. And I think that it's all about communication when you live with someone. You have to ask for the time that you need. Like, if you don't say anything, then I mean,
it could turn into attitude.
But
it's like, I don't even know if it's the attitude, but you won't find the time if you don't make the time.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't. Like, I think for me personally, I don't always make the time. Like, I feel like I'm always willing to go. If you ask me, like, right now, like, we're doing this, if you tell me, okay, let's go do XX and X, like something for business, especially, like, right after this, I'm tired. But I'm going to be like, that's fine, let's do it. I'm going to keep going until my battery runs out. And what I've learned is that you can't pour from an empty cup.
Absolutely.
So you need to, like, make the time. And, like, one of the biggest pieces of advice that I've given to especially, like, my younger cousins and my godson who are, like, going into college is schedule your me time.
Yes.
Like, literally, if you need to put a time, like an alert in your phone that says, like, at the last 15 minutes of this hour, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm not answering my phone. Absolutely. I'm just going to breathe for 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you don't have 15. That's not a luxury we all have. We have 5. Take 5.
Right.
And that'll, like, literally that'll rejuvenate you in a way that will keep you going.
Absolutely.
Recharging up.
Yeah.
Can we talk on it? Mm-hmm. And for the people that are in relationships, my only advice would be to tell your partner.
Yep.
Men need me time too. Tell your partner, like, schedule that. Say, okay, every day. Sometimes you can't get it every day. Let's say every other day.
Exactly.
I need an hour that you can be super dad in the house, and I can close my bedroom door, sit down, and just meditate for a second or do a yoga stretch. Because the more relaxed I am come nightfall, the better our night is gonna
be popping.
So it's a win-win situation
You're gonna
here.
need that.
But the communication, definitely.
They'll
Oh my
agree.
gosh. Okay. So yeah, I think creating healthy boundaries with your friends and your family is the key to a lasting relationship and a friendship. You know?
Exactly. Definitely.
You respect me, I respect you, and everything is understood because we spoke about it.
Yes.
We talked about it.
We agreed.
Yeah.
And speaking about talking, I heard Neivey wanna talk about a few things.
I know.
What's your segment? I love your segment. What is it called, Neivey, babes?
Talk to things them.
Yes.
We have to get it out because there's things that's on my mind that I just can't understand. Like, why?
I don't know what it is about a Jamaican accent. First of all, even though I'm Guyanese, I'm going to say Jamaicans have the best accent in the Caribbean. Look at Sophia.
She's like,
Sophia's
wow.
patient. She's
Sophia
like,
right.
wow. What y'all talking about? Well, no, that's not how they sound.
That's not how we sound, and I'm very appreciative of a good Jamaican accent.
Okay,
Please and thank you.
I would never tell one to their face, so this is probably going to be the
I
first
have,
and
and I
last
will.
time. But their accent, yo, son, it used to scare you back in the day,
Really?
though, right?
Like, it's like we're... But, so, talk about the things that...
Yes.
This week, I read an article. Let me get my article going. Because
Yes.
at this age, I don't understand how a female does not know what this is. I'm
talking
sure
about?
as soon as I say it, you're going to be like, oh, yes. Queefing.
Oh, Lord.
Queefing. fake. Like, you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
I know what it is.
I think we all know what it is.
We all know what it is.
My face just got so red.
I was going through social media, and there, lo and behold, there was an article, a 40-year-old female asking or writing into an article, a newspaper, and she's asking, well, first, here's what. Let me read the article. Let me get my article.
Yes.
I can't believe this.
Because I can't believe people are writing in about...
so...
I can't even say the word. I get uncomfortable with that word. It's just such an ugly word to me.
It is an ugly word, but it sounds like something like right? Like, wait. But the topic, even though the word is, I don't want to say nasty, but the act of what it is always like something that's like, oh my God.
Taboo, for sure.
You're like, did I just do that? But anyways, it happened. Let's get over it. Continue. So, the article is actually, let me just first mention this, from the Star, and the writer asked, my vagina is noisy.
I cannot. Oh my God.
Wait a second. Okay, what kind of noise you talking about, lady?
Number one.
Sentence. I'm 40 years old, and I'm a mother of 5 children. My children are four different men. When I was growing up, I didn't think that I would have children for different men. My mother had 3 of us, and all of us are for one man. Although she never got married.
How do we get you to do this with an accent?
You want an accent?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm about to lose my mind.
So, she said,
yes.
Well, I'm going to try it. But okay, she said, my father had one woman, but he would never admit it. My mother helps me with my children. The fathers of my children were not all good to me, but I refused to take them to court. One died by the gun. I have a man in my life who's a good man. He helps me a lot. I came to live with him a year ago, but I have constant embarrassing problem, and I would like your advice. Sometimes when we are having sex, my vagina makes noises like I am passing wind. Okay.
Wait.
Wait till it continue. Sometimes I try to keep my legs closed together, but that never stopped it, by the way. But anyway, so she said I tried to keep my legs closed together, but my boyfriend keeps slapping me and telling me to open up, which you should. But anyway, my boyfriend says I should not be embarrassed, but I would like to know what can I do to stop my private parts from making noises.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Beneath top of the things that.
I mean, first of all, 40 years old, you have how many children, and you've never experienced queefing? Like, that is just something that's like, automatically, I'm sure every woman in life has experienced that. But my response is, like he says, your partner, let go. This is a moment of sex. You're supposed to be enjoying it. Why are you overthinking? You're losing the momentum. But at the same time, ladies, is there anyone else out there that has never experienced what this is? Queefing? Because this is something to me that we all at a certain age have experienced it. Embarrassing or not, accepting or not, admitting it, and just overlooking you didn't hear it. That's why I like you never, because you never hear it. You hear it, no, me not hear it. But continue, please. It feels good. I don't want to stop. You know what I mean?
I can't.
Talk to things, them. Come on.
Yes. Oh my God.
I can't even stop laughing. Thoroughly amused, lost for words, all that.
I'm going to throw the ball to Phia D.
All that. I'm just like, really? But okay, if that's where we at with this.
I just feel like as a grown person, definitely is. First of all, how much are we talking? Is this like the entire? Because I feel like that. I can't even.
Yeah, I want to get
at a certain.
Let me get my little, not my science on, but let me get my experience on.
Okay,
it's air. So
yes.
If there's all that air is going in, it's because something else isn't. So work that out.
Oh, bomb drop.
But yeah, that's sometimes
the harsh reality, right? Harsh reality is what it is.
The thing is, it's just something that we don't speak about. It happens, and nobody says a word.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be an uncomfortable thing, I guess, is my thing. Like, I think at 40, it should have happened. You should be done. I'm hoping. Like, I just want you to, like, live in your best self, in your
I
audacious
agree.
self.
I agree. I
It's
totally agree.
Yeah,
That noise, oh well.
I think what happens though is that, because it sounds like she has a couple of different
sex partners.
sex partners.
Of course, with
like
so many children.
So many children, not the same father. It's like you can deal with the embarrassment of like with your one and only that you had for a while, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you have to keep reliving that, oh my God, it happened for the first time with this person, it becomes an issue.
It becomes embarrassing because you're not sharing with the same person, like you said, but at the same time, you've experienced it.
True.
So that's where it's like you're 40 years old with so many kids and you've not, gone through that to even be writing into someone to ask for advice about it. That's where it's an issue. So you didn't take time out to learn yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody, come on, all the females out there, we know at some point.
Especially if you getting it in.
You know what I'm saying?
In him?
In. Like in there. You understand? So at the same time, it's like you don't want to, that moment should be something you overlook it because it is not a fart. And at the same time, it's it's you and letting out air, but that shouldn't stop it. But anyway.
So what about, what can she do? Oh, Sophia.
What can she do?
The
I think is
one.
just
right?
How does
get
she
comfortable in her skin.
But can she not do like a physical exercise? Like they have things.
She could do her Kegels, but it's a lot of it is like, without being too graphic, it's a lot of the excessive pulling out and going back. That's what creates. That's where the air comes from.
Right.
That's really what.
But
that
then
is.
if it's tight enough,
let your yoni egg grow.
Right. Like get a yoni egg, maybe do some
steaming.
Crunches, some steaming.
Come on.
Sit in some vinegar. Remember that one? Sit in some vinegar.
Don't do that, folks. Do not. Stay away from the vinegar, folks.
I would say just not to be embarrassed about it. Or make a joke about it.
Exactly. Don't be embarrassed. That's something
that's really it.
Yeah, just let it go. Because I'm sure, all right, here's the thing. Even if you don't know about it, I'm sure the person who you're with knows what it is.
Yes. If you're having sex with grown men, absolutely.
It happened. They have experienced that, especially for somebody who's seasoned, you want to say, and has been out there having sex. They know what it is. So if it happens to you, and if not you, another female. So keep it moving.
Right.
That's it.
Right. You can even flip it like, what? You never what? Oh,
right?
Please.
That's it.
That's what I would do.
I just think she needs to, like I said, take ownership of it. It's yours. Don't be embarrassed. Live your best life. Get it in and be happy with yourself.
Right. But shout out to her for actually writing this article, because I think a lot of times as women, we think that this is only happening to us. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I love this space. This is why I love this space, because we share our experiences. And like, girl, I was queefing the other night.
Exactly.
No, seriously. Have you ever really happened to you where you're like, you share it, and then the minute you see that someone else experiences it, oh my God, you feel so
you have an ally.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, you have an ally. You feel like you're not alone in the world.
Yeah.
It like definitely reduces a lot of the shame. And that's the thing. We're definitely not shaming her. Like, I know we mentioned her age a few times. It's not that. Like, we're not shaming.
I'm looking forward to 40.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. It's just more so like we want you to be able to embrace yourself, embrace like all that is fabulous about you, and like get it in your comfort zone and be happy.
Become comfortable. Learn yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. So just for anyone that's listening, if you have an embarrassing moment that you want to share with other women, maybe you don't have that circle or that, that group of ladies that you trust, you can always email us your situation and your questions, and we can read it on air live and just open up the discussion so that you know that you're not alone in this world. We're all going through things. So please just send your experiences or questions to A Little Audacity @gmail.com. I didn't say that right. A Little Audacity @gmail.com. And of course, you can follow us on social media A Little Audacity on Instagram. Oh my gosh, we're coming to a close though.
Yeah.
We're coming to a close
of the first show.
I know.
We did it. We did it.
How did you feel about it?
I feel fine. I feel great.
Good. My glass is almost empty.
I'm a big girl.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love you guys. I want to also tell you guys that you can check out our website. We always have little events going on. We have 2 major events, which is the Life by Design Empowerment Conference, and that usually happens
We've done it different times. So we'll do it in the summertime usually. But...
Okay. And then we have the big Let's Chop It Up discussion. So just go on alittleaudacity.com and just, check things out. Sign up for our newsletter to always be in the know of what's going on. And I want to make a shout out. Any shout outs?
Our thank yous.
Let's thank some people.
To thank some people. First person we definitely need to thank is We Say What They Can't Radio for hosting us.
Yes, our home team.
Our home team, yes.
We Say What They Can't.
And we definitely want to invite you to, Miss Lisa K is busy on the weekdays too. Sometimes she has other things in her pocket. So we definitely want to invite you to listen to Miss Lisa K's other podcast, which is
Two Girls and a Guy. Shout out to my longtime co-host, T with Coco and Marty D. That podcast is just going to have you cracking up. That's all I can say. So just the ratchet. All day, every day.
That's one of those. One headphone in the office because you got to pay attention to when they come in because you cracking up.
Don't play that at work.
Coco always has the tea. Marley always has the gems. Yes. And Lisa just gets it all together.
Yes. I am the balance, so I've heard. And there's so many other shows on the We Say What They Can't platform, so check them out. And I think that's it, ladies. Where can they find you guys personally? No?
I'm on Twitter. At Labelle Phia.
Spell it for the people.
LABELLEPHIA. Labelle Phia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly on my Instagram page is my platform.
That's where I hang out. Mm-hmm.
Right? Most of the who doesn't. So it's _ Dainty Lady Felly _
Yes, Dainty Lady Felly. And of course, I'm Lisa K, and you can follow me at King by Design on Instagram, and one more time for the brand at A Little Audacity.
A Little Audacity.
Get you some.
And that was our first episode. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Tune in next time for another episode with Lisa K,
Phia D,
and
Neivey.